mortgage is far beyond our expectation.
It's the safest way of owning a house.
My mouth is full of appreciation to Federal Mortgage Bank.
Good evening and thanks for joining us again on another episode of Everyone Deserves a Home, a program brought to you by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. My name is Gabriel Ojile. The highest decision-making body of the FMBN is the board. It deals with every aspect of the bank's activities and also sets the compass for the bank's general progress. Tonight we shall focus on the FMBN board, its mandate and how it operates. We shall also go all the way to the southwest to bring you details of another FMBN estate as our project in focus. This, alongside the story of another beneficiary still from the southwest, will complete our package. The program continues in a moment.
These houses are expensive. How can he afford to buy a house in this place?
Bami.
How did you get money to acquire all this?
Bami, sit down. I got this house through the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria rent-to-own loan. The loan allows me to keep paying my rent until the amount I've paid sums up to the cost of the house. Then I stop paying rent and I become the house owner.
You mean to tell me that kind of thing exists here?
Everyone you see in this estate is a beneficiary.
Then give me some wine and let me drink in my son's house. At the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, everyone deserves a home.
Everyone Deserves a Home starts with highlights of news events from the diary of the FMBN. On the news, Nigerians in the Diaspora Commission Chairman commends FMBN for approving the Diaspora Mortgage Loan Scheme. Details of these and more coming up shortly. Don't go away.
Chairman, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa, has commended the management of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria for approving the Diaspora Mortgage Loan Scheme. She was speaking after a courtesy visit she paid to the Managing Director of the bank, Architect Ahmed Dengiwa, recently, where she noted that the product will go a long way in cutting off fraudulent activities in the sector.
Federal Mortgage Bank for finally approving the Diaspora Mortgage Scheme. It's a new product of the Federal Mortgage Bank, collaborating with the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission to make it possible for Nigerians abroad who want to own their homes to have a mortgage and, make it easy for you to be able to own your own home in Nigeria. And this is coming at a time that the FHA, the Federal Housing Authority, has also earmarked land as a diaspora city here in FCT. So we've been at this for a long, long time. So finally, the board has approved this product by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria.
Erewa also called on Nigerians in diaspora to remain patient as the procedures on how to access the product will soon be released.
Just urge Nigerians in the diaspora to hold on a bit as we will give you the procedures to follow to be able to do this. This is the first of its kind in Nigeria that has ever happened, and we thank the Federal Mortgage Bank for making this possible. You're going to cut off a lot of fraudulent activities because a lot of times Nigerians want to own their own homes, but they do it through third parties and nothing happens with the fund. So this is huge, and we thank the Federal Mortgage Bank for all the hard work that has gone into making this happen.
On his part, Managing Director, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Architect Ahmed Dengiwa, noted that the bank will remain committed in collaborating with the Commission in creating mortgages for Nigerians in diaspora who want to own their homes in Nigeria. Group Head, Risk Management Group of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Kabir Yagboyaju, has said that in recent times the bank has performed very well in various aspects of its operations. Yagboyaju, who was speaking in an interview recently, noted that in the last 4 years the bank has recorded a significant growth in its activities.
We've seen great improvements in terms of the performances of the risk assets, in terms of how we then monitor loans that are granted to beneficiaries, and of course the aspect of doing some strict monitoring of the disbursement, even on some products like the home renovation loan that looks more like a retail kind of product. In terms of the liability side, of course, like I said, even in terms of performance on that, we've seen the liability of the bank grow significantly over the years to landmarks that were never achieved before.
The group head also mentioned that the bank has also significantly improved in its loan management.
From time to time, we check on the people that have benefited from these loans and see how well they are repaying on the loans. And then decisions are taken when we realize that, okay, this very particular set of people that took this loan have not been meeting their obligations as I went due. Of course, decisions are taken at ALCO, and these kind of actions have been improving the bank's performance over the years.
He further said that despite various challenges, efforts are in place to correct areas where there are lapses.
Every product and service the FMBN offers is a direct offshoot of careful and intense deliberation by the board of the bank. This board comprises of specialists who steer the affairs of the bank. But the question is, why is there a board and what is its mandate? This is our focus on building blocks. Stay with us.
In the last couple of years, there is no doubting the fact that the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is delivering on its mandate of providing affordable houses for Nigerians. More Nigerians are benefiting. More estates financed by the FMBN are springing up. New package, greater awareness amongst other developments are making the FMBN a household name. Quite a lot of these achievements can be traced to the presence of a fully functional board established by law.
The board of the Federal Mortgage Bank, you can say, is the highest policy-making body for the bank. The bank directs the management on policies and how to manage the bank. All the products and services that we do, the board the executive manager, after its deliberations, they now have to take it to the board for its own final approval. We have to ensure that whatever executive management does is in tune with what the board wants, or what the board we have to inform the board, the directors, what it's all about. We can create mortgages, even the creation of mortgages that we do, or in all of our services, finally we have to take it to the board after the executive manager has fully deliberated upon it for us to get the final approval for implementation. So that's why it's the highest policy body that governs the bank.
The FMBN board is made of 9 people. The chairman is there, and then you have the managing director, chief executive, and you have 3 executive directors, and then you have 4 non-executive directors. The chairman is appointed directly by the Mr. President. There's 1 member that is representing public interest that is also directly appointed by the President. You have the managing director and the 3 executive directors that are appointed by the President. Then you have 3 other members. 2 are representatives of Central Bank. They are nominated by the CBN. And 1 is a representative of Federal Ministry of Works and Housing.
For better delivery and ease of work, the board has further created 6 subcommittees, namely Board Credit and Risk Committee, Board Finance and General Purpose Committee, Board Risk Management and Operations Policies Committee, Board ICT Committee, Board Establishment Committee, and Board Audit Committee. Each of these committees is headed by executive board members, except for the Audit Committee, which is headed by non-executive member. These various committees also meet on a quarterly basis to also have their own deliberations just before the general board meets.
The subcommittees, they meet within a time frame. All board meets 4 times in a year. Every quarter there is a meeting for the board. In between these meetings, that's when these subcommittees now meet and take decisions. It is the decision of the committees that are taken to the board for the final approval. So the wonderful thing about it is that the board is composed of specialized people, people from various speciality. We have accountants, we have architects, we have those in the build industry, we have lawyers, we have administrators. We have people that has various backgrounds that constitute the board. So based on that, decisions are taken and are discussed professionally, and decisions are reached for the benefit of Nigerians.
Over the last 4 years, the bank has recorded a significant improvement, particularly in the areas of its collections. This is largely as a result of the board's commitment and efforts.
Performance of the bank, I can say, is as good as the performance of the board. And I think the bank is not doing badly. The bank is giving out loans. Each time the board meets, it approves loans. And each time it meets, it wants to see how these loans are performing. It wants to see, for the people that are giving money to develop some housing units, they want to be sure that the money is being committed into those projects, and they receive reports from various groups that are concerned with the building of these houses and the performance of these loans. So I think it is positively affecting the performance of the bank generally.
The board also majorly sets the bank's interest rates to ensure that FMBN-funded houses remain affordable for Nigerians.
Interest rate affects affordability of the applicants. So the higher the interest rate, the higher the cost of securing these houses. And for the construction loans, the bank gives loans to these developers at a very low interest rate. We don't give what the commercial banks give, and that is the making of the board. And when these loans are given to you at that low interest rate, the selling prices of those houses have to be determined between the developer and the board. So the board always makes sure that the houses are as affordable as possible. And that is why if you take a loan from the bank and the board agrees on the price with you, no developer has the right to go and increase the price on its own. Before they make any increase in price, if the circumstances warrant, they will have to come back to the board. And the board has to be convinced that there are intervening circumstances that warrant the increase in the selling of these houses. So by that, it tries as much as possible to make this house available by giving loans to people to buy it, and affordable by bringing down the cost of these housing units.
And now, it's time for our next segment, Project in Focus. And in this episode, we go off to the gateway state, Ogun State, where the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria funded a 100 housing unit estate. Keep watching.
Located behind the Ogun State Television at Jebo Road, Abeokuta, the state capital, is one of the numerous projects of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, the Ministerial Pilot Housing Scheme Estate. The project, which was fully financed by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, was developed by Gasfield Nigeria Limited, while the Federal Ministry of Housing provided the land area for the project.
This project is actually a PPP, and the major actors are the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing that provided the land, then the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria that financed these 100 units of houses that we are looking at, and our own sister company, Gasfield Nigeria Limited, that actually built the houses.
The estate comprises of 100 units of 3 different types of apartments, 12 units of 1-bedroom terrace, 40 units of 2-bedroom semi-detached bungalows, and 48 units of 3-bedroom semi-detached bungalows. The estate has been fully subscribed to, with most of the beneficiaries already living inside, while others making preparations to move in. The 3-bedroom goes for 8,640,000 naira. The 2-bedroom is 6,700,000 naira, while the 1-bedroom goes for 3,700,000 naira each. Houses in this estate were delivered under the rent-to-own scheme. More than 80 subscribers have gotten their offer letters and keys, with others at the point of approval. Half of this number have already moved in with no down payment or equity.
Anybody to want to enjoy any facility with Federal Mortgage Bank, that person must have registered with the scheme and must have contributed for a period of no less than 6 months. And for a rent-to-own, you need to have a regular source of income. And once you have a regular source of income, we now consider your affordability based on your pay slips and your age.
Among the various facilities in the estate are good road network, constant electricity, perimeter fencing, good drainage system, and adequate portable water supply system, among others. As is customary, the FMBN ensures that the quality of the project stands the test of time like any of its other projects.
The Mortgage Bank has professionals that are adept in the knowledge of all these stuffs. And these professionals have been deployed to the various state offices and the zonal offices. And you have layers of supervisions. When you are supervising from the head office are coming, the state, the zonal, and even consultants. There are consultants on all our projects to ensure that quality job is delivered.
Apart from the subscribers that are benefiting from this FMBN project, the construction of the estate also offered massive employment opportunities to various sectors and cadres of professionals and artisans while it lasted.
When you are talking of employment generation, I don't think anything after agriculture can give employment generation than construction. And it is happening. Federal Mortgage Bank is multifaceted in this approach, where they will give to the contractor, and that one will employ a lot of people. Those who bought into the houses, they will get a lot of people to work into the houses, and you see the rate at which income will be circulating. In view of this, I think, wow, employment-wise, it's been good.
The latest couple in town.
Good day, sir.
How are you? Oh, sit down, sit down, sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Drinks?
No, we're fine, sir.
How was the moon experience?
It was quite an experience.
How about house?
We are renting at the moment, but we intend to save enough to own our own house, right?
Why not avoid all those Shylock landlords and own a house upfront? With the average income and cost of building houses today in Nigeria, mortgage is the best option. No sweat. I tell you what, that was how I got my first house, and I've never regretted it.
To make good homes, and by implication, a good society, an individual is expected to have an abode from which to take off and return at the end of each day. At the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, everyone deserves a home. Come join us at FMBN and let's shelter Nigeria together.
Nigerians in Diaspora Commission NIDCOM, together with the Federal Housing Authority FHA, has inaugurated a joint committee for the commencement of the Abuja Diaspora City project. Speaking at the event, Managing Director FHA Senator Benga Ashafa commended the Buhari administration for its support towards the realization of the project. Ashafa also commended Executive Chairman CEO of NIDCOM, Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa, for her strong sense of commitment and energy towards the realization of the Diaspora City. Executive Chairman CEO NIDCOM, Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa, on her part said that with the initiative, Nigerians in diaspora can now comfortably own befitting houses in the country and avoid a lot of the incidences of being shortchanged or outrightly duped in trying to put up houses back home. The Katsina State Indigenous Medical Doctors Forum has signed a Memorandum of Understanding MOU with Merit Homes and Properties Limited for the construction of 280 housing units worth 2.856 billion naira for doctors in the state. The construction of the housing estate, which is expected to commence soon, is to be sited on an 18-hectare of land located behind Batagarawa Local Government Secretariat, about 800 meters away from Katsina Dutse Imma Highway. A letter signed by the managing director, CEO of the company, Yakubu Fada, and the chairman of the Katsina Indigenous Medical Doctors Forum, Dr. Mohammed Nazir Shehu, revealed the project would be completed within 18 months. The letter also added that each house will be sold at the cost of 10.2 million naira, the repayment of which will be spread over 20 years for each beneficiary. He also added that for subscribers who have less than 20 years, their repayment will be spread across their remaining years in service.
If you are just tuning in, the program is Everyone Deserves a Home. Our beneficiary on Dream Come True tonight is a resident of our project in focus, the Ministerial Pilot Housing Scheme Estate at Jebo area, Abeokuta. She shares her story of how she was able to realize her home ownership dream. Stay with us.
You may be threatened every year. I thought mortgage is an alien thing.
When this house came, I even added weight.
I was really happy about that. They made it easy for everybody.
It's very flexible. I'm one of the beneficiaries.
Federal Mortgage Bank has done well. Houses for all.
I watched a TV series that was talking about National Housing Fund, how as a civil servant you can access a house through that with a FMB bank.
This was how Oluwatoyin Margaret Erubami, a staff of Federal Medical Center Abeokuta, got to hear about the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria product and gave it a trial, not believing it would be real. Today, Oluwatoyin is one of the occupiers of the Ministerial Pilot Housing Scheme Estate located along Ajebo Road, Abeokuta, Ogun State capital. She tells us about the process she went through to get her 3-bedroom apartment and moved in within 3 months of applying without making any down payment.
I was following the instructions. I said, okay, let's see what will come out of this. Lo and behold, maybe I started the process in October 2020. Maybe the first information I got was in October. Maybe the process started actually in November 2020. So I filled all the form, got the I had to get also a recommendation letter from maybe a cooperative at my place of work so that they actually know I'm working there. So I got all necessary documents and I submitted. So he said, well, the document met the criteria that they will get back to me. That was November I submitted. So by January, going to late January, early February, I was called that my approval will soon be released as approval. Is it true that I will get the house? And why not? You met all the requirements, so you get it. So in February, sometime in February, I was called that my approval has arrived, that my house has been approved, that I can now go and see the housing units. I said, wow, just like that? He said, yes. So we came, we look around, I could pick whichever one I even wanted. So I was moving from one place to the other, even choosing, this is what I want. No, okay, let me pick this. Eventually, I settled for this.
Mrs. Margaret got her 3-bedroom apartment at the sum of 8,640,000 naira under the rent-to-own product of the bank. The repayment has been spread over the period she has remaining in service.
You have to own your own property, which I never thought it would come this quickly and easily, because this is stress-free. You're paying on a monthly basis. It's like you have accessed a good before payment, and you know the stress of buying a land in the first place with all this money trouble and wahala is not there. The problem of artisans giving you problem here and there, running after them, it's not there. And the problem of supervising, making sure what you wanted is what is put in place for you. All those problems have been taken care of by the scheme. So I just moved into a completed house.
She advises Nigerians that are yet to tap into these opportunities offered by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria through its various products.
So I encourage all civil servants who are on the NHF, who have salaries that can still cover, that still have some years in service, to please come and access it.
How interesting to see ordinary Nigerians taking bold steps into their home ownership dreams. You too can become a homeowner only if you attempt becoming one. Why don't you start by logging on to www.fmbn.gov.ng or simply stop by at any of our branch offices near you. Don't forget to catch up previous episodes of the program on our YouTube channel at Newage TV. Have a pleasant night rest.